Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a real good show for you here. All right, we're going to talk about UT secondary, which has really been an Achilles heel for the Vols. Now, they improved quite a bit from 2021 to 2022 on defense, and I'll show you that here. Right here, you can see in 2021, we allowed almost 30 points a game, which was 90th in the country. Last year, we allowed 22.7, which was 36th in the country as far as scoring, so almost a touchdown better from one year to the next. However, our secondary didn't improve that much. What really improved on our defense was the defensive line. People weren't able to run on us nearly as much. They wound up being about 20th in the country stopping the rush, which is hard to do in the SEC. But the secondary was well below average and didn't improve much at all. They were allowing like 300 yards a game. That's what's got to improve. And we got some really good news about one of our secondary players just recently, and I'll show you that. One of our safeties received the highest grade by Pro Football Focus. And here's the thing about them. They don't have an axe to grind or, they don't have any favorites on this. This is just something that a lot of people look at as far as getting grades for NFL. And we had a player that graded very high, and that is Wesley Walker. And Walker came to us from Georgia Tech, where he was there for 3 years. He transferred in the 2022 offseason. He played in all 13 games, but I believe he got hurt at the first of the year. He didn't get to play as much. And he started in the Vanderbilt game and also played a bunch in the Orange Bowl game where he played really well. And actually got an interception in the Clemson game, which was significant. But out of all the returning safeties in the Southeastern Conference, Pro Football Focus had him at 77.5, and I'll show you the rankings. And right here they are. Number 1, Wesley Walker of Tennessee, then Hudson Clark, Zion Childress, and actually Arkansas had a couple of them in the top 5, and then on down the list. So that's really nice to see. And we also picked up a Gabe Judy-Lally out of BYU. He's a starting cornerback there, and he's a very solid player. So that's 2 big improvements for us going into next year. But we also brought in a lot of really good talent in the 2023 class that I think is going to help us. And it could come in handy real quick with these guys. They're very talented and very fast. And that's Jordan Matthews out of Louisiana. He was a top 154 player, high 4-star, a very good cornerback, great speed, a tenacious defender. Ricky Gibson that Georgia tried everything to get, very solid player, runs a 4.4 40. And we also picked up the number 2 athlete out of Kentucky, Christian Conyer, another very good defender. So between those 3 guys, along with Gabe Judy-Lally and, of course, Wesley Walker coming into his own. And one of the things that he said, he was quoted as saying, look, he said, I was just learning on the fly last year. And this year, he said, he's ready to go. He said in spring practice, he knew what was going on. He's communicating a lot more and feeling a lot more comfortable back there. And really, you get a couple of guys that can come in and really play well, that can make a huge difference in the secondary, especially with our defensive line getting after the quarterback. We brought in some great edge rushers as well. So I expect our defense to improve, and if they do, that makes us even more dangerous.
That's right. Nice, man. I am dangerous.
Absolutely. Very, very much so. And at this time, I do want to take a moment to talk about my sponsor today, and that was Peter Holloway. And he's a big Vol fan and wanted to support the channel, which is really cool. And he's got a beach house that he rents out, and he thought one of the ways that he could help sponsor is to advertise. And I'll show you some of the pictures of this home. It's very reasonably priced to rent, and it's got great access to the beach. You can just walk right to it, and really some cool amenities.
Now you don't yell out amenities. I can't hear your amenities.
Here's the actual home. Here's the interior of the home. And right here is the actual property. And you have access to 3 different pools. As you can see, the ocean's right there. So if you've got kids with you, you know how they love to get in the pool if they're not going to be in the ocean. A big master bedroom. You've got bunk beds for the kids if you're going to bring your family. As you can see, it's a really nice place. Nice back porch to hang out. A nice full kitchen. After a big day at the ocean, you may want to have a low country boil or something along those lines, and this would be a great place to do just that. And I do like how the kitchen ties into the living room, which is always nice. That way nobody's separated. And the resort is actually called Portside Resort. And their name of their home there is the Salty Suite. And if you want to play tennis, you can certainly do that. And again, you can see all the pools, hot tub, all of that. Also, if you want to work out. So if you're looking to take a trip down to Panama City, Florida, the Salty Suite's a great deal, very reasonably priced, and you would be renting from a Vols fan who also is in the military. He and his wife both were in the military. He still currently is, and they're both huge Vols fans. So instead of renting from a big corporation, why not rent from a Vols fan? So check out the Salty Suite next time you're looking to go down to Florida. All right, folks, and if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. That's been to continue to cover the Vols and the SEC and all that good stuff. If you've not subscribed, it's on your right, my left. Just hit that little button. I would certainly appreciate it. Cost you nothing. And right over here's my most recent video. Check that out. YouTube thinks you'll love it. And we'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.